Hello YouTube, welcome to the stump. I'm here today to test this knife, Bushcraft Black from Mora. I'll test it through first through this piece of oak branch. As you can see, here is a nut. It's a very tough one, very big one, and probably continues along. Here we have also a nut. Let's see what this little knife can do. We make a first whack, as I suspected. The knife didn't make a long crack because of the nut here. Let's try again. Let's see what we can do about the nut. This is not a full tank, this is a partial tank, but you can see we have a crack. The crack doesn't go through the nut, doesn't try to crack the nut. The knife is positioned though right in the center of the nut. Let's see if we can break it. My stump is not very stable, but we are there. Right now we are at the nut, and after we cut it, the wood splits very easy. Look how gnarly is the fiber in that area, and also here. The nut was very big, very strong. Let's continue. We try to split this piece of wood to obtain some little pieces to make a feather stick. We have the same problem in the nut area, but after we pass through this area, the wood splits easily. We have obtained a piece of wood. We continue to break also this one. I'll try to cut through the nut to see how the knife is doing, and all that is going well. I will try to pick a piece, I think this one, and I'll try to make a feather stick on it. Let's see what we can obtain. We have some ridge here. The grind is scanty, so I must be very careful not to let the knife bite too deep into the wood, because the feathers will be very thick. But if we are careful enough, we can obtain some very nice feathers. I'll try to work the ridges. The knife is hair popping sharp. We can shave with it. And it has no problem in cutting this wood. Sadly, the wood is not very dry. It has stand in the rain. We have pretty severe rain, pretty heavy rain here, and is basically wet, but the knife done its job very well. So I think you got the idea. Those are the feathers. that I obtained with the knife. The last one was a little thicker for the taste because the knife went in too much. This is what I achieve. Those are the feathers. Now, this is a small knife. I have here a piece of a branch and I try to chop the other one. Let's see. This is a very light-weighted knife. The wood is hard, but I think even with chopping, the knife made his job nicely. Let's see. Let's baton through. No problem. Let's say that we need a 10 peg. We achieve it very fast. We have the point of the peg. And here it is. I obtain a very sharp point. I put a crown to prevent splitting on the top of the peg. And now I'll put the 7 notch to hold the string. Let's see. Here we have a little branch, so a little knot. The knife has no problem in cutting through. That's it. I made a very big 7. Look at that. But it will be no problem in attaching a rope. Now let's see. Let's try to make a pot hanger. Let's see what we can achieve. I'll put it this way. So we put our initial X cut, and then we will try to work our way. Yes. We will start here. We will go up, and we will obtain that beak we need to hang our pot. If I keep my blade at an angle when I'm cutting this, every cut will overlap the other, so we do not have the need to dig under the beak, because under the beak we'll have already a little hole that is formed during our cuts. I'll show you. Let's go deeper here. And right now I can tell you that we have our pot hanger. Exactly as I said. If you can see, now I can put my knife inside the beak. I do not have to come here and excavate material from beneath. to make some space for our pot. Well, if you want to, you can do it, there's no problem. The knife is nimble enough to do that. And look what we have obtained. I think that is a reasonable pot hanger. Not very pretty, but a workable one. As I said, this knife was created with bushcraft in mind, so it has a 90-degree spine. This is very good. This is not the sharpest spine that I have seen, but is one that we can work with. And look how nicely we can obtain the fatwood mush. Look, the knife works very well. It not produce the dust of fatwood. It produce little stripes that are better, in my opinion, than the dust. They are a little thicker than the dust, and so they burn better than the dust. I'll try to make some more. For me, that is enough. If I want to be sure that I let the fire, I can make some feather out of fatwood like this, and I can put the feather on top of the dust that I obtained. I have also with me some birch bark, so obtaining the fire will be no problem at all. Let's see now how the knife is doing with the ferro rod. I have here also the birch bark. Okay. I only need a little piece, and we have the ferro rod the knife came with from Mora. As I told you, is a very good one. Look, we can obtain very good sparks. Let's see what I can do here. We have fire. We have birch bark on fire, and now we can put our feather stick, even the feathers are wet, on this fire, and now they are burning. Look, if we continue, we can start a fire. If we have another 2-3 pieces of feather stick like this, the fire will be certain. So here is the knife. As I said, it is specifically designed for bushcraft. It came with this sharpener and with this ferro rod. Both are very useful in a bush. We can use it, we can obtain fire, we can survive ultimately. As you can see, you could see I use it to baton. I'm not a very fan of this tactic. The knife is not a full tang, but I cannot see any problem with it. The knife works as better as before. Look, without any problem. The blade is in good shape, no chipping, no rolling. Bottom thinks this is a very good knife for the bush, and is not expensive, it's easy, it's a very good knife, especially for beginners. That is all I wanted to show you. A good weekend to you all.